Hello everybody and welcome back to new Eriador. Today I am not alone. There's Groover looking into the wrong direction of the sky. So yeah, we're here together today because today's episode will be a complete collaboration. It will be a lot of progress pushed into one episode. So expect some quite big steps in this one, because what are we going to do, Groover?
Well, I think we're going to be building up an iron farm together.
Oh yeah, and not just any iron farm. If you know Groover, you know that he is the iron farm expert. And if you don't know Groover, I highly recommend going over to his channel. It will be linked in the description, because he has so many great designs for iron golem farms where he can stack several amounts of villages into one farm so it is more efficient. I think you've got a 14 village iron golem farm, a 32 and a 64 if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, that's right. And various other bits and bobs about iron. It's basically the thing that I know about in Minecraft. So I just make more iron farms. It's all I think about.
So if you want to build an iron farm yourself, you should head over to Groover's channel and check those out, because it is just pure knowledge over there and really technical stuff. I enjoyed that a lot when I saw it. And we are going to make a little bit of a different one here in the base. It will be a 16 village one, right?
Yep.
And so
specially designed.
Yeah, that's like I feel really honored because I get my own design here in the base. But you already have an iron golem farm on the server, right? Let me just head to the bed while we're talking.
Yes.
And you're selling those iron. So I could just go and buy iron from you, but the reason why I don't want to do that is because I've got plans for the storage system here. In this storage system, I want to have a ton of hoppers. I think it is about 420 item filters that I need to set up. So multiplied by 2.5 hoppers, I need a lot of iron, and I would be super poor if I don't have my own farm. So I reached out to you even before the season and asked you, hey, could we do this together? And you said, yes, we can.
Of course. But on one contingent, and that is that you sign my little book that I have here. And that basically is just to say, please don't sell this iron, because I've got a business to run. I don't want anybody muscling in on this business, because it's doing quite well for me at the moment.
Oh yes. So it says, I, Mr. sZPeddy, do solemnly swear that the iron produced from this farm will be for personal use only and will in no way be used to complete... Oh, complete? I mean, I guess you mean compete, right?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
With Groover. I will not complete with you for sales of iron. Contract by Groover. Sign. Signed. sZPeddy. Sign and close. And here you go.
Oh, thank you very much. I feel much more comfortable helping you build an iron farm now. I know it's not going to infringe on my business.
So... people might have noticed that the beacon is gone. We finished the beacon in the last episode, and if you have missed that, then it's also something that you should check out, because it was a lot of fun that we did that. And the beacon has gone. I said I will move it down, but actually I moved it to over there. And we'll go there right now, because that is where we are going to build the iron golem farm. So just over the hill, Dougie still hasn't done his challenge for the gate here. And Paul, of course, I guess they will get around to do that quite soon. Here's the beacon, and I've been preparing stuff, Groover. If you have a look in the chest up the hill here, you can see that there's a bunch of materials in here.
Wow, perfect.
You've sent me a list of stuff that we will need, and I have been getting to business and grinding this stuff. So we do have everything we need, I hope. I think I forgot to bring droppers, but we can get that easily. And
yeah, that's no problem.
Then if you follow me down this way, you will see that I have been digging with the help of the beacon a big room, and this will be the place where we'll build all the redstone for the iron golem farm. So above ground, everything should be kind of clean looking. And below ground we'll have the technical stuff.
Brilliant.
So
Fantastic.
I think the first step should be that we get on with the basic shape of the farm, the spawning pads, the doors and everything. And then after that we can start with the technical stuff, right?
Yep, absolutely. Get the shape of it together. Then you know where you're going with your redstone lines, and very straightforward.
Alright, then I think I will get a camera account up to the server, because this will be building now. Pure building, and we can time-lapse that. The first bit is in place, and Groover, why does it look so strange?
I don't know, you wanted it to look like this. That's not my fault.
Like, yeah, we do have a little bit of a different spawning pad area here. Usually you have like 2 levels of water flow into the center. This is different. You've got all those slabs, and maybe you can explain how this is working.
Well, basically, the golems can spawn on top of a solid surface, but they'll also spawn inside any non-solid block, okay? So they can spawn on top of a half slab and inside a half slab, because it's got a solid surface, but it also isn't a solid block.
So right here they could
this
spawn,
way,
for example, where I'm standing now.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though there are slabs above them.
Yeah, they'll just spawn right into them. And then the water source in the middle of the 3 is going to push them out either way, because their hitbox is around about 1.4. So they'll always spawn inside 4 blocks minimum. And they'll get pushed off into the sides, and they'll drop down these channels and get processed below. So this way you can fit in more spawn pads.
And for me, it's not about efficiency with this, I just like the look of this. Not in particular with the logs in the front here. I will change this around because I'm not too happy with how this is looking right now. But for now, it is doing what I need. I just have to remember to not remove the glass back there where the signs are all attached to.
That would be sad times indeed.
Yes. So now we are going to build 2 kind of buildings on each side, which are having the doors in there. Why are we placing those, and how does that work then?
Okay, so what we're going to do is, it's kind of complicated, but doors can register light within 5 blocks either side of the door, and we want to control that mechanism. So we can say when that door will get the light that it needs to become valid and become part of a village. So we're basically going to time when the villages get placed into various places. So we're going to build a little roof out here, and then underneath the roof there's going to be doors with some pistons over the top which are going to control the light access, and then a little bit of a roof going off in the other direction as well. So they can only get light access when we want them to.
That sounds complicated, but I guess we'll just build it up and then show how it is working.
Yeah, that's usually the best way.
So we do have the doors now in place too, and I tried to make them or put them into a nice frame. What I don't like are those slabs. Those are just placeholders. I tried so many different things of something that I can put there. Basically, we need to block sunlight to the blocks down here. Right here where I'm standing and I'm looking up, there can't be the sky exposed or a glass block or something like that. It needs to be a solid surface. And that is why we need something here. We might move it up quite a bit so it is out of the way, or we might do something else where the stone slabs are, but then of course we need to do something on this side as well. So I'm not too sure about those stone slabs, but I would like if there was like 3 separated buildings, one there, then the main one, and one over there. I think that would look way better and we could work from there. But now let's get the technical stuff done first before we think too much about aesthetics and need to change it afterwards. So Groover, what is the next step?
Well, the next step is to get the satellite villages in place. We're going to have one in the northwest, one in the south, and one in the far east. Now, what these do is the villager that's going to be out there is going to register a door in the far northwest first, and then it's going to create a village because it's going to be out of range, and it's going to pull it into the centre. Then the villager in the south is going to see that village, make it really big, and then we're going to link it up to the doors in between, and then connect it up to the villager in the east, and basically just move this village around so that we can connect it up to everything in a very technical way that we don't really have time to talk about.
So basically, if I remember this correctly, we always connect the doors on this row here with the doors that are the opposite side on the opposite side, right? So it's always a diagonal going, like with the doors, always a row here and then a row over there in that corner, and then of course those go over, and in the end we'll have 16 villagers stacked into the center there.
Yep, cross stacking them gives you a really nice tidy area for them to spawn in. If you don't cross stack them, you end up with a really big spawning area, because it'd have to extend around about 8 blocks beyond where the doors are currently.
It's kind of like the Iron Trench was once, I think.
Yeah.
Those weren't cross-stacked. But yeah, we should stop talking about those technical things and get something done with the villagers on the outside. So right now we are about to move in the villagers onto the so-called satellites, and I'm just bringing over the last one of them, if he likes to move. He's going up the tracks, and then we just lay down tracks all the way over to where he needs to go. In theory, he should drive on his own. He didn't. Is there a rail missing? Oh, there's a rail missing. Doesn't matter. We can just push him along onto the rail, maybe. There we go. And then he just needs to be into this spot there. So there he goes. And I'm out of glass to encase him. I will get that in a moment. Then there's one over there and one over there, and those basically move in the village when they get moved up and down. But for that we will have to lay down the redstone in the control room, and I think that that's what we're going to do next. Also, of course, there's some villagers sitting here next to the farm, then I think right here on top of this piston here, right, Groover?
Yeah, that's the one.
And do we also have ones on the other side, or do those villagers detect all the doors?
It's the same on the other side. So these guys are just basically detecting these doors. When they get pushed up, they can detect these doors.
So in total we'll have to control 5 pistons, and then as well as that, we'll have to control those pistons up here, because right now they are closing off the sky axis here in the center. But if I power this piston, the piston down here gets power too, and as you can see, we'll have 2 blocks of sky axis right here in the center. And if I remove this again, there's 2 blocks put in, so no sky axis anymore. So we are now inside our control room for the farm. It's right above us, and Groover, you have been starting to put in some redstone. What is this?
Well, this is basically the brain of the thing. So the hoppers are in a loop, and they've got one item inside it, and we control what time the item gets moved forward using the hopper clock back here, and then some pulse limiters and all that kind of stuff. And then when it gets to certain points, we're going to get a signal. and that signal is going to go off and do certain things at that time. So that's all that we're doing really, is we're timing it and then we're adding a pause.
And then we need to connect those timings, I guess, over to all the different pistons, right?
Yep, that's right. All of the little areas that we've got outside that we've already laid up and set ready.
Yeah, I'm digging right now to get those into place. So there's one, then over here there's one, and then back there this is the furthest one. Over there's one, and the last one I haven't dug to yet, so I will do that. So Groover, I have been busy.
Yes.
I've done some redstoning, reworking what we had, because I want to have this looking nice, so I want to make it as compact as I can. And let me show you what I came up with. So basically we need a system to have those doors here open one by one, you told me, and it should increment with each signal, and then there needs to be a reset line. And this is what I came up with, so maybe I can just activate it once on this side here. Grab a block, because this is the reset. It should all close now. There we go, it's all closed. And then if I power it on this side, we will get a signal that will open just one piston there, now the second one, and so on. So each time we get a signal back there, it's opening the pistons here.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So what we do
nice
have
and compact.
here is a memory cell for redstone power with those two comparators. And then for 2 ticks, this is what this thing is doing, it will give a signal strength of 1 into this one here, which is retracting for 2 ticks, 1 signal strength from the system, so it's 15, it goes down to 14, 13, 12, and so on. And then we are just doing 15 minus what we are having in the memory cell, and this will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on.
Fantastic. That's really nice.
And I also thought of a system to bring the wire up. You may see this here, and this is basically pushing the whole blocks in the column here, the wooden blocks, up, and then the what is this called? Observer.
Observer. It's an observer.
The observer is detecting that it's being pushed, powering the block, which is powering the piston, and it gets pushed down again, so we can activate it again from downstairs.
Brilliant.
And we do have this on both sides, and then if we quickly go to the downstairs part, we can see that we do have all the loose ends now down here where we are setting up the brain, and we just need to connect it and test it and everything. So these are the ones that are pushing up. If I just activate it down here, that's not redstone, down here, we can also hear the piston, and basically this is now resetting the stuff that we just saw, because it's activating the same line. So that is that. I messed up the floor, I need to fix that in a moment, but I think that we do have all the loose ends here, but also we are reaching the end of the episode, because we are running out of time.
The real cliffhanger.
Yeah, we will have to see if this is all working, if the effort that we put into this was worth it. But before we end it, I want to remind people that they should go to your channel. And I saw there you have picked a comment today for the episode. So what have you picked from the viewers from the last episode?
Well, I just picked a comment completely at random, so let's have a read. So this is from Dadcraft73. Ha! This is what happens when you try to blow up my base with your prank. That is just what you deserve.
No. I guess we should end it there. So I hope you enjoyed it, everybody. If you did, then feel free to leave a like, subscribe to my and Groover's channel if you haven't already, and share the video with your friends, and I hope then to see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day.